Hello and welcome to Board Game TV. It's Sunday, so we're playing Shadows of Brimstone, and we're going to be playing Castle of the Dead. Legend tells of a haunted castle perched on the mountaintop, once home to a fearsome trio of sorcerer sisters besieged by a jealous dynamo. It now holds little more than cold death and the promise of unending torment to all the villages in the shadow of the mountain. Okay, so we start on the forest entrance map. We got to remove 2 exploration tokens from the stack, so I did that. And we must enter the haunted castle and find clues to hunt down the ghostly Harganos. I think that's how you pronounce it. We're doing the medium. We're doing the I'm sorry. We're doing the basic. Find 2 clues. We got to find 2 clues. No gates. Whenever a room map tile is placed, also place D3 plus 1 corpse tokens in that room as dead samurai that once besieged the castle, in a checkerboard fashion as per enemy setup. If enemies are placed in the room as well, they do not start in spaces with a corpse token. Whenever the holdback darkness roll is failed, immediately make a rise up roll for every corpse token currently on the same map tile as one or more heroes. No loot cards are drawn after any fight that has 2 fewer dishonored dead and no other enemies during the fight, though heroes may still catch their breath. While hunting the witch, when the first clue is found, draw D3 growing dread cards and add them to the stack. When the second clue is found, the heroes have discovered the witch's lair as the objective room. Ignore any attacks or encounters listed on the exploration token. Also ignore any dates, reveal gates, and door icons. Reveal all growing dread cards. Alright. And we got to fight Haranago. So it's, pretty straight, cut and dried. So, excuse me. And we're playing with our showman group. We have the geisha. She has the hidden dagger, the plague mask, the flintlock pistol, the secret blade, the parasol, and the serpent bow. She has outwit, of course. We have the enforcer. Finding a weakness is his thing. Outlaw club, the mask, the sticky scroll, the luminous node, the ruptured gland, shoulder tattoo, tattered kimono, and plague urn. Then we have, of course, the sumo. The multi-hand slap, the sumo mawashi, Tadarian Raider's mask, letter from the Emperor, and then Tia box. Okay, so let's go ahead and remember Enforced of the Dead. Anytime the holdback or darkness roll is failed, every hero takes 1 horror hit, or 2 if you're holding the lantern, and that is the Enforcer. Heroes with Spirit 4 or higher are +1 max grit. Now, let's see here. No for the enforcer, no for the sumo, and no for the geisha, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, we rolled a 6, so we failed, but we don't do that on the entrance map tile. Okay, so we kind of got a break on that. So let's go ahead and go. Okay, the geisha, she's going to move 3. Let's see, she has a +1 move. She does. She can move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do the enforcer. Okay, he moves 5. Does he have a +1 move? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So let's go ahead. We move 1 tile. Let's get a map card here. River of Lost Souls. No, that's not it. There we go. It's going to be... it's like this. Yeah, okay, so it's like that. Alright. And now the sumo, and he can go 3, and I don't think he has a +1 move or nothing, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's put an exploration token on the board. Let's see about these corpse tokens here. It says, alright, let's do our D3 +1 corpse tokens. Okay. 2 corpse tokens. I'm going to be using regular Shadows Brimstone corpse tokens. So put one there, put one there. Actually, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, it's about the same. All right. Okay, so let's see what we get here. And we have 1 encounter, actually 2 encounters, 1 door, and our first clue. Okay, so let's see which way is going to be our door. 3. So if I look at it like this, it's going to be here. Right by the corpse token. Alright. So let's see. There. There. Okay. And let's have our 2 encounters. And see, that is the Undying Scream, so let's have that one first. Okay. Alright. The screeching cries of the tormented dead echo through the trees here. Clutching your hands over your ears, you desperately try in vain to block out the wailing screams as they inflict your mind with suffering. All heroes on this map tile are -1 on their willpower checks. Heroes starting their activation on this map tile take 1 horror hit, or 2 if the darkness is currently on a blood splatter or growing dread depth space. Okay. And then our second encounter is Ghost in the Fog. The fog is thick and cold here as you push your way deeper into the forest. You begin to see shimmering figures and faces taking form in the shifting mist. Fog covers this map tile as well as every map tile adjacent to it. Enemies in the fog are +1 combat. Heroes in the fog are -1 move and may not reroll defense rolls. Range attacks may not draw a line of sight more than 3 spaces. All heroes start their activation in the space affected by the fog must roll a d6. On the roll of 1, 2, you must make a Spirit 5 test. If successful, gain 5 experience for each 5+ rolled. If failed, take d3 wounds, ignoring defense and armor. Okay, these are horrible cards. I wonder if I have something. To kind of, no, not on him. No, I don't have anything. Alright. Okay, so that's the end of the turn. Now we failed the first darkness roll and I forgot to do the horror hits. So let's go ahead and do the horror hits for the geisha. She failed, so she's going to take 1 sanity damage. Let's do for the Forcer. Okay, he failed, so he takes 2 sanity damage. And the Sumo. He passes. Okay, let's roll for the darkness now. Okay, so I have double 3s. So let's see what happens. Creeping darkness. Move the darkness 2 steps forward on the depth track. Okay, so we have 1, 2. Alright, let's see what we hear. 1 random hero gains a death mark token. Okay, well, let's see who's going to get that death mark token. And that is going to be the Sumo. I guess if I had to choose, I guess that would be a good one to get it because he's pretty sturdy. So let's put a death mark token on our Sumo here to remember. And it's basically he takes +2 damage. All enemy attacks do +2 damage to him. So there's that. But we don't have to worry about anything else. Alright. Okay, let's go ahead and start our heroes. Alright, first the geisha, we have to do 2 things. She has to take one horror hit. And you know, we failed the darkness, so let's go ahead and do that again. Well, actually we didn't. We had a depth event, so that's fine. So let's do this. 4K. Alright, so the geisha takes one horror hit, and she fails that one. Okay. And then she has all heroes are affected by the fog, must roll a d6. Okay, that's fine. We don't have to do it. So she can go now. And then we have to, oh man, you know what? I forgot. We have to do a rise up thing for the corpse tokens. I forgot about that. Okay, so let's go over how you do the rise up. If you roll a 1, you get to remove the corpse token from the board. If you roll a 5 or a 6, it rises up and becomes a dishonored dead. So, yeah, well, I rolled a 3, so that one was for that one. Okay. Alright, let me see. Okay, now, I think it said for every hero on that tile, if I remember right, it said... Okay, yeah, that's right. So I just got to do it once for each. Okay. Alright, so that's fine. Okay. So once for each, yeah. Alright, well I got a 4 on this one, so that's fine. Alright, so, okay, that was for Hold Back the Darkness. She did that, and she was successful on that. So now we can go for her movement. That's a lot. Okay, so she's going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the Enforcer, let's roll for his horror hit. Okay, he failed. That's right, because on the roll, did I? Oh man, I can't remember if I did his for Hold Back the Darkness. I don't think I did. That's right, we don't have to do it for Hold Back the Darkness. That's right, I got double 3s. Okay, so he failed his horror hit though for this. So he's going to take 1 more sanity damage. And then we have to do his for that. Okay. And he failed. He rolled a 1. So we have to do a Spirit 5 test. Now his Spirit is 2. But I got a 5. Okay, so he's going to gain 5 experience points. Okay, now the Sumo does not have to do any of these. We'll roll for the Enforcer's movement. Okay, he's going to go... Actually, she can move 1 more. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3. Okay. The Sumo does not, because he is not on that map tile, so he does not have to do any of these. So we'll just roll for his movement. Okay, and he rolled 2. Not very good. Okay, now that's the end of the turn. Let's roll for darkness again. Okay, I got an 8, so we're good on that. Alright, so now it's their turn. Now it starts activation, so let's do their thing. First her. She fails, so she's got to take another horror hit. And then she rolls a 6, so she's fine with that. And she rolls a 6, so she can go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She can actually go 7. So we'll do Tree of Decay. I believe it is this one, so it's going to go like this. Put an expiration token here. Okay. And this thing is going to get D3 decayed trees. Okay, so it's going to get 1 decayed tree. And we will put it on space number 4. Which is right here. Okay, so that's the end of her turn. Let's do the Enforcer. First thing he has to do is he has to take a horror hit. And he failed, so that's another one. And then he has to do this. But he got a 6, so he's good on that. And he rolls a 1. Okay. Alright, well. At least he gains a grit. Okay. The sumo is going to go. And remember, he's not on this tile yet either. So he'll just roll. And he rolls a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Alright, and that is the end of the turn for that movement. So let's go ahead and see what we get for an encounter. Oh shoot, we got our second clue. Okay, well this is going to be short. I don't know what else to say. Okay, first things first. Let's put some corpse tokens on the board here. And we have 4 corpse tokens. They would have came first. So they get put on the board. We're not, I think this is our second clue, right? Yeah, find 2 clues. Shoot, you know what I forgot to do? Draw D3 Growing Dread cards. God, man. Everything just happens so fast. Okay, let's just shut this off. Let's put four corpse tokens there. Okay. Now, let's draw 3 Growing Dread cards, of course. Okay. So, we did that. Alright, so we found the second clue. Let's see what happens here. It says, alright. We ignore any encounters. We reveal all Growing Dread cards, and then we have to fight this lady. So let's go ahead and do our Growing Dread cards. That's next. So we have the darkness moves 1 step forward on the trap. If this moves onto blood splatter, which it will, every hero takes D6 wounds, ignoring defense. I don't think I have anything, so it moves here. All right, so she's going to take 5 wounds. Forcer takes 5 wounds. And the Sumo takes 4 wounds. Okay. Second Growing Dread card. The hero party takes, as a whole, immediately takes a number of sanity damage equal to the current position of the darkness on the depth track. Okay, it is at 4. That's fine. I'll have the Sumo just take 4 sanity damage. He hasn't taken any yet, so he'll take 4. Okay, so that's that. Third, the darkness moves 1 step forward on the depth track. If this moves onto a blood splatter, it does not. So it's at 5 now. Okay, so that's done. Now we still have to do another darkness card for when it was on that blood splatter. Until the darkness marker crosses into the next stage of the depth track, the hold back the darkness roll needs to be 1 higher to succeed. It's not very good. Okay, and now we have to place our enemy here. Okay, but let's have a look at her real quick. And this is her. Terror. A hero starting their activation on the same map tile automatically takes 3 horror hits. Moves through other models and changes targets each turn. At the end of this enemy's move, every hero within 3 spaces takes D6 hits that do 1 damage each. Barb Hooks. A hero that takes 2 or more wounds from the Hargrow's animated hair gains an ensnared marker. This enemy does +1 damage on all of its hits against a hero with spirit 2 or lower. Okay, well we don't have to worry about that. And it's 20 health +5 per hero. So it's 35 health on this lady. Okay. And she's going to get a trait card, I think. I thought they got a trait card. Yeah, I think she's going to get a trait card. So let me go get her figure. We'll get a trait card, we'll put her down on the board, and we'll start getting ready to go. Okay, here's my Hara and on Ago. I don't know how to pronounce her. I'm sorry. I thought I did a good job on her. It's pretty cool looking. The trait card I picked for her cancels out some of her attacks. It says, loses the animated hair and barbed hooks ability. So we won't have to do any of these, okay? She's a Yuki Anna. Blizzard. At the start of its activation, area hero on the same or an adjacent map tile takes a number of hits equal to their initiative. And then Frozen Kiss, spell, melee to hit rolls of 6 plus ignore defense. That's a melee, I guess. Frozen Kiss, I guess she kisses them. Okay. So first thing we have to do is roll for darkness. Okay, so we failed the darkness roll. And we got another Growing Dread card, so let's go ahead and do that. During the next fight, or current fight, plus 1 health while darkness is in the lower stage, or depth track, plus 2 health in the middle. Alright, so you're going to gain plus 2 health. Okay, so let's roll for these corpse tokens real quick, and then we got to do the whole 4. Well, let's go ahead and do the horror hits for everybody. Okay, she failed. Okay, and he failed both of his. Okay. And then him. And he failed his. Okay, this is going to add up because we got to do terror stuff against her. Okay, so then we have to do... Okay, in here starting their activation. Okay. Well, alright, that'll come to them. And we have a bunch of corpse tokens we're going to have to deal with. Okay, so let's deal with that first. I guess we'll start here. Okay. Okay, that's a 2. It's not going to do anything. That's a 3. It's not going to do nothing. Okay, that's a 5. So this one right here will become an undead guy. And then they're on this one, so... Okay, that's a 3. And that's a 4. Okay, no 1s. So this one's going to become an undead guy. So I'll take that off, and we're going to have an undead guy pop up on the... thing. Okay, so let me grab him. And they are the Dishonored Dead. Okay, and that's fear. Any hero starting their activation adjacent takes 1 horror hit to have 5 plus armor. When killed, place a corpse token in the space. So it's just going to kind of like redo everything. And of course, there are their stats. They're not that tough, but you know, hey. Okay, so the geisha will actually go first. She has the highest initiative. So the Undying Screams, we don't have to worry. She's not on this map tile anymore. But however, she is Ghost in the Fog. Alright. So let's roll. She's minus 1 move. At the start of activation, let's see. She rolled a 3, so we don't have to worry about that whole thing. Okay, let's roll for her movement. 2. And she's going to move 2. She can move 3. 1, 2, 3. And unfortunately, because we are minus 1 move, and my line of sight is 3 spaces, she can't do anything. She can't hit anybody, which sucks. So, okay, that's the, jeez, that's the end of the turn for her. Next, our initiative is the Horigano. And at the start of her activation, takes number of hits equal to her initiative. Okay, so she has an initiative of 5, our geisha. So let's see. Okay, she blocked 3, so she takes 2 hits. Okay. The Enforcer has initiative of 2, I think. Yeah. He takes 2 hits. Okay. Okay. And the sumo, it has an initiative of 2 as well. Okay, he takes 1 hit. Okay, so that was her spell. And now she will move to the geisha. And she will do the frozen kiss. So she has 3 combat. Okay, she missed twice, but she hit with a 6, and so that's going to ignore defense. So she will do 3 damage. Okay. Now, and that's the end of the turn for her, because she does not do the animated hair or the barbed hooks. Let me see if there was anything. Oh yeah, that's right. She's +1 combat, so we get another combat. Okay, well she rolled a 3, so she missed. Okay, now the Dishonored Dead will go. He only has a movement of 2, so he's not going to go very far. Okay, now it's the Enforcer's turn, and here he has to do 2 horror hits. Okay, passes. That's for that card. Okay, let's do this card right here. Okay, it's a 5, so we don't have to do anything with that. Now, here we're starting on the same map tile. They're not on the same map tile, so he will roll. Alright. So he's going to go 1, 2. And that's it. That's all he can do. This stupid fog is killing my moves. Okay. Next up is the sumo. He will go. And he has to take 2 horror hits. He passes 1. Okay. Let's roll for this. Okay, it's fine. He's not there, so he doesn't have to do the terror. Let's roll for his movement. Okay, he's going to move 1 space. Okay, well this was horrible. And that is the end of the turn. Let's roll for darkness. Okay, I got a 9, so we're okay on that. So now it's the hero's turn. Now it's her turn. And of course she's on the ghost fog one, but she's not on that one. So let's do the ghost fog one. She rolled a 3, so she's fine. Then she has to do her horror hits. She has to take 3 horror hits because she's on the same map tile. Okay, and she passes 1. So she's got to take 2 more horror hits. Okay, so now she can go. And let's see here. She gets a free attack, 1 combat, ignores defense and armor with her secret blade. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Six. Alright, that's great. Oh, you know what? I forgot to roll for her movement. Okay, that's fine. She's going to stay there anyways. Okay, so can she automatically escape? Okay, so she did 6 damage, and that ignores defense and armor. So she did 6 damage to the Horigano, which was really good. Okay, and then she has the other, and this is free attack once per turn. Remember, that one was once per fight. This one's once per turn. Do 1 automatic wound, ignoring defense to an adjacent model. So that's going to be a free wound. Okay. And now she will go with her regular melee. Oh, man. Okay, so she has combat of 2. Okay, well, she hit once. 5 damage. That's going to be 2 more damage. Okay, wait a minute. All of your combat hits are +1 damage to the enemy that has initiative equal to or lower than your cunning. This is a 4. Okay. Well, I gotta give her... Okay. Because of this, I forgot to do this. She's actually going to take 2 more damage from the daggers. Okay. Alright, so that's that. Then it says, once per venture, add damage equal to cunning to one of your combat hits. Well, I just rolled a 5. And 5 plus 4 is 9. With a defense of 3, so that's 6 more damage. Okay, so she has 15 damage now. Okay. Alright, and that's the end of her turn. Now she's going to go. Now remember, she activates her spell. So everybody's got to take hits according to their initiative. Okay. Alright, so she passed 3. She takes 2 more hits. Okay, she's getting close to getting knocked out here. And the Enforcer, well, he passes 1. And the Sumo, he passes 1. Okay. Now she will change targets each turn. So let's roll to see who she's going to go after. 1 through 3, 4 through 6. Okay, so she's going to go after the Sumo. So she can move 3. She can move through target 1, 2, 3. Okay, she can't attack. That's the end of her. Okay, so now it is the Dishonor dead, and he will go to attack her. He has a 4 combat. These guys are hard, boy. 4 combat. Okay, but he needs a 5 or higher to hit, and he whiffed every single one of them. Well, actually, he gets 1 extra combat because of that. Okay, well that's a hit. So she defend. She can. She rolled a 3. She defended. No problem. Okay, now it is the Enforcer's turn, and let's start here. Okay, he's not on the same map tile as her, so he doesn't have to worry about her hits, but he does have to do this. Okay, he passes neither. So he's got to take 2 more sanity damage. Okay, let's see if the Ghost in the Fog happens. And that is a 1 or a 2. Yes, so he has to make a Spirit 5+ test. Okay, he got it with 1 of them. So he's going to gain 5 more experience points. Alright. Now we're going to roll for his movement. Okay, he can move 2, he'll move 1, and he'll come up next to her, and he will attack. Let's see here. Okay, she is a large size enemy, so that won't work. Okay. Hey, he has combat of 2. Okay, so he got 1 critical hit and 1 regular hit. So let's do the regular hit first. Okay, that's not going to do anything. I can use 1 grit to make it a 4. I don't think I'm going to do that though. And now the critical hit. 3. I can turn that into a 6. And I can use this and it'll no armor. So I'll use a grit and she'll take 6 damage. Okay. I shouldn't have went with him. Yeah, I should have. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so the Sumo. Alright, so he's going to start. He's not on the same map tile as her, so he doesn't have to worry about that. He can move through the corpse tile. That's one of his abilities. But he does have to do this. So let's do our horror hits for the Undying Screams. And he passes both of them. Let's do his Ghost in the Fog. Okay, he failed that. So he has to do a Spirit 5+ test. Okay, we got no problem. So he actually gains 10 experience points for that. Now let's roll for his movement. Okay, he rolled a 3, so he's going to move 1, 2. Okay, so let's see what he's going to do. Alright, he's got 2 combat. Okay, he hit twice. Alright. So let's see what he does. Okay, a 5 and a 3. The 3 is not going to get through. However, the 5 will get through 2 times. Not much damage. Okay. That is the end of the turn. Let's go ahead and roll for darkness. Alright. Okay, so we failed that one. So let's go ahead and do this. And let's do the horror hits on everybody. So the Geisha, she fails. The Enforcer passes one, fails another. And the Sumo, he fails his. Okay, that's for the Forest of the Dead special thing. Okay, now we have to do the corpse tokens. So let's just figure that out. Okay, I got a 1. So this one can be taken off of the board. It is gone. Two, nothing happens. Another 2, so that's those. Okay, they are still technically on the same map tile. Another 2. Okay. We got really lucky on that one. So, that was pretty good. Okay, so now it is the Geisha's turn. And the Geisha here will go, of course. She is on the same map tile, and she is adjacent. So she has to take 4 horror hits. She doesn't have to do the Undying Screams, though. Wow, that's actually really good. So she passed all but 1. Okay, let's do the Cold Fog. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now she will go. I don't know who she should attack. Okay, so she will do her Hidden Dagger on the guy, but he does have armor. Okay, and the armor blocks it, so the Hidden Dagger does not work. So she will do her regular attacks. Okay, well that's 2 hits. Let's see what we can do. Okay, so let's see. Oh, you know what? We got to roll for her movement. Okay. Okay, so let's do the armor on the 2 attacks. Well, he did not get his armor roll, so there's that. Okay, so she rolled 4s for damage. Now this guy has a defense of 4. However, if you remember, All your combat hits are +1 damage against enemies that have initiative equal to or lower than your cunning. Okay, so that's 5 damage. So actually she's going to do 2 points of damage to the guy, and that's all it takes is to kill him. So he's dead. Now we got to put a corpse token on his space. And the only way we can get rid of it is if it's a 1. But she's going to gain some experience for that. Okay, and that was her turn. Now the origami, whatever, is going to do her spell. Okay. Okay, well that was actually really good there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So she only missed 1, so she's only going to take 1 damage, so she's still alive. The enforcer, okay, doesn't take any damage. The sumo, he takes 1 damage. Okay, that was a spell. Now let's do our combat. Now she's going to go after her or the sumo. She's going to go after the sumo. Okay, so she has an extra combat, so she's going to have 4 combat. Ooh. Okay. Does it say? Yes. So, oh man. Okay, so he's going to take 6 damage from these. This is no defense. So he got popped. But he's like a tank. I mean, if you can see, his base health is 20, so... Okay. These two right here, he does get a defense roll. And he passes 1. So he's going to take 3 more damage. But she popped him really good. If we don't kill her real soon, we're in some serious trouble. Okay, that was her turn. The dead are not on the board, so it is the enforcer's turn. So let's do him. Of course, he's on both of these. So he's going to roll for his horror. Okay, he fails both. So he's getting close to going completely insane. Let's do his cold. Okay, it's fine. And now he has to take 3 horror hits because he's next to her. Okay, that is 1 success, 2 failures. And he is 1 away from being killed. Damn it. Okay, he's immune to enemy abilities, fear, and terror. Okay, that's fine. We'll just put him back there. Okay. He's gonna go. So let's roll for movement. Okay, got a 1, so he gets grit. And he's going to attack. Okay, I'm going to spend a grit and re-roll. Okay, well, whatever. Okay, I did hit 1 of them. Okay, well, I'm going to have to spend a grit and re-roll that. Okay, it does no damage. So that was terrible. Okay, the sumo. He's got to do his 3 horror hits. He passes 2. Let's roll for his movement. Okay, so he's got a regular combat. Okay, he hits once. Oh, that's right. He had the death mask, right? Well, that's right. He didn't get... Did he get combat? Yeah, so he's going to take 2 more damage. Because he got marked. Okay, so he did 1 hit. And what I want to do is I'm going to do spin a grit, and I'm going to do D3 plus 1 basic hits to an adjacent enemy model. So I get 2 extra hits. Okay, that's really good rolls there. That's 1-1, which does nothing, but 2 6s, which will do 6 more damage. Okay, so it's 10, 20, 25, 29. We're at 29. Okay. That is the end of the turn. Now let us roll for darkness. Okay, well, I got double 5s. So let's see what happens with that. Each hero on the force dead immediately takes 2 hits and 2 horror hits. Okay. It's not very good. Okay, the geisha. Well, she passed both her regular hits. And she passed 1 of her horror hits. So she's going to have to take 2 sanity damage. The enforcer. Okay, he passes both of his hits. Okay, he fails his sanity. So he's going to actually take 2 sanity. On one of them. Okay, the sumo. Okay, he passes both of his hits. And he fails. So he's going to take... How much is his sanity? Okay, well, he's still okay. He's 4, 7. So it'll be 7... So he's still alive, but man, this is racking up. Okay. Alright, so it is the geisha's turn. Now, she doesn't have to do the Undying Screams, but we do have to do the Ghost and the Fog. She's fine. Now we have to do her Terror. And she passed completely. Okay. Alright, so what I want to do with her, let's see. Let's roll... Huh. Let's roll for movement. Okay. I'm going to use my flintlock pistol. It's a free once per fight attack. I get a critical hit on a 5 or 6. Okay, I'm going to spin a grit and re-roll that. Alright, I got a 5. So that's a critical hit. Okay, and that's another 5. But a +1, so that's 6 damage. Okay. Okay, so that's 10, 20, 30, 35. Now, remember, she has +2 health. So... she still has 2 health left. Now I'm going to use my serpent bow. I get 2 shots. Okay, I got a critical hit. This is a miss. Your range to hit rolls of 6+ that cause 1 or more wounds to target also add a bleeding marker. Okay. I rolled a 2. That is just enough. Let me recount, because she has 35, 37, so it's 10, 20, 30, 35, 36, 37. So that was just enough to kill this lady. Oh my God, that was a tough fight. Everybody was almost maxed out. I mean, he could took more wounds, man, but these people were just getting maxed. Alright, let's draw a loot card. Okay. She's gonna get 20, and she's gonna get 2 Darkstone. Okay, he's going to get 20. 1 Darkstone. Sumo. Why am I rolling? Okay, he's going to get an artifact card. 20 experience. Let's see what we get. Spirit Scroll. This card to roll any a single die just rolled. Even it has already been re-rolled. Spirit 3 or higher. Okay, he has Spirit 3 or higher. Okay. So, and what do we get for defeating this thing? Let's see here. No, that's not it. It's this one. Each hero gains 50 XP. Okay. That's basically it. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to roll for my corruption on Darkstone. Okay, she's fine, so she doesn't take any. I'm going to give her 2 more Darkstones, so she's at 13 Darkstone. And then he got 1 Darkstone, so let's roll for his corruption. Okay, so he's fine. So he's going to gain 1 more and get 7 Darkstone. Okay. Wow. As you can see, she was no cakewalk. I thought she might have been a cakewalk, but I mean, maybe if we did the held aloft, no, I mean the animated hair and the barbed hooks, maybe. But these cards were killing us. The corpse tokens weren't easy either. And this lady, she's pretty badass, man. But we may have got lucky with getting that Yuki Anna card for her. Who knows? Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed. I know it's a little shorter than most. First 2 tokens were 2 clues. But, hey, you know, that's part of the game. So, I hope to see you next time. So, until then, have fun.